You know, I'm aware that the lip-syncing / video sharing app TikTok is all the rage with teens right now. And if teenagers love it, that means brands are starting to notice and regular old adults are getting in on the fun too. I'm all for people of every age finding new ways to be creative using videos, but I've been watching some TikToks that come across on the Instagram Explore page, and I've got some questions about the narratives these are following. Just what is happening with some of these? I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of what we're watching here and some of my favorite, most bewildering TikTok moments. Stay tuned. Hello television viewers, my name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel for a deep dive into the world of TikTok. Even if you haven't downloaded the app yet, which is the same boat that I'm in, you're aware of what type of videos people are making on TikTok. It's like you're either lip syncing and doing that fast motion dance thing, or you can be kind of more creative with it, do tutorials, add text, and there seems to be a growing trend of young people who want to give me some sort of moral lesson or show me some emotional story in just like a few seconds of non-verbal kind of play acting. But in a way, that should make them less confusing. You know, if you're telling a simple love story that has no words, it should make really clear sense to anyone with eyes. That's not the case with some of these first ones. Let's check it out. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up for more TikTok cringe fest. And most importantly, if you're new here, click that subscribe button. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week. Now, it seems like a lot of these TikToks are trying to tell you something about relationships and love. Specifically, how to treat or not treat the girl with long straight hair in your life. Let's watch. What? That was really long, first of all. So as you can tell at first, this guy is not appreciating his girl. Even when she gets harassed in the mall, he just keeps walking and she's like, all right, I'll take care of this myself. A lot of these TikToks make the world out to be a very bully type place. I'm not saying women don't get harassed. I mean, I know that they do. I just don't usually hear about it playing out like this. Ooh, see, in this case, the two tried to poison the girl. Like, really, they tried to poison her. But she's so on top of it that she played along right up until the point that she spit the water out. You know, like when someone's trying to kill you and you put the weapon that they're killing you with right inside your head to prove a point? I'm not mad about the editing. I actually think that this was pretty easy to follow. You could tell it was a flashback. What did they do? They put it in black and white. What is that girl doing? See, the themes of infidelity run deep a lot here. It's like, these girls, you're either like being cheated on or ignored. Why are they always in a shopping mall? And who poisons your girlfriend in a shopping mall? Anyway, I'm glad she escaped the ruse. Putting a crystal light packet in there. She's like, we're gonna get this girl. I love TikTok. But as I said, I don't have the app. I'm kind of scared. So this is all just stuff that came up on my Explore page. Maybe these are the same kids all the time, but let's see. There has to be many of them because here's a whole group. The caption for this one is like, boys versus girls after a breakup. I'm sorry. The girls are sad. Boys are like, well, we're gonna jump up and down in our skinny jeans. That's how we feel about it. Yet that's not always the case. These same teenagers purport to have like males with just as emotional of a story. Look at this guy. He's so selfless. The confusing part about that one is that everybody's wearing a denim jacket or a white t-shirt. It's like, are you all twins? I get that these are improvised sketches that they're doing, but maybe like doing some hats or something would help me differentiate between the characters. Also, what if you were fighting with your significant other and some guy just pushed you into them? You would be like, now I'm even more mad. Thanks, dude. I do love that this guy is being so selfless though. He gave his jacket up. He pushed the girl. But then he's freezing around the corner. My first question is, why is everyone in this town so cold? Guys, you just check the weather in the morning and you'll know whether to wear long sleeves or not. This shouldn't be that big of a deal. Of course, some of the girls on TikTok are just scammers at the shopping mall. For example, have you ever faked having a permanent disability? No? Okay, well maybe you can learn something from this girl. Oh crap, I can't see! You know when someone's blind at the mall and you just adopt them? And you're like, oh, well then I better take you home with me. And then she breaks the fourth wall. She's like, not really blind because I'm looking at you, stupid. You didn't get a boyfriend by pretending to be blind. I'm the smart one in this situation. It's just so confusing. What is the emotion they're trying to convey there? Because a lot of things like that, like the girl at the end, they'll slow motion glance at the camera. And it's clearly supposed to be like confident. Like that girl's confident. You should be confident too. Fumble around in the mall. You know, clearly if you're supposed to be like, oh, she's taking the situation into her own hands because she doesn't wait for the man to save her. She pretends to be a victim and bumps into him instead. That's how they do it on TikTok. And then sometimes there's just a lot of aggressive power moves from both genders on either side of the relationship. Again, we're outside some gift shop somewhere. Let's see what they're up to. What is that slow motion supposed to signify? She drops her fanny pack on the ground and then the other girl's like, excuse me, I think you better address my fanny pack that's on the ground now too. Now we both have fanny packs on the ground. Like, what are you talking about? And he still picks up both of them. At first I thought, oh, he's gonna pick up just the girlfriend's fanny pack and be like, sorry sis, you're on your own. Get your own boyfriend to pick up the stuff that I knocked out of your hand. But instead he still quickly like gives it to her and he's like, sorry, my girlfriend's crazy. Slow motion. Of course, there's a lot you can learn about how to treat your significant other on TikTok. Like, if you're a boyfriend with a girlfriend, you better not let other girls walk up to you and even talk to you. And if they do, feel free to be really rude and touch their face. Don't shake hands. I'm just warning you, if anyone ever pushes my forehead like it's a panic button, I will elbow you. God, this is not why I came to this abandoned plaza in the middle of Russia for. Okay, now I gotta warn you, this next TikTok is longer than the other ones I've seen at about 45 seconds, so I wanna check in with you midway through the narrative just to make sure that you're fully understanding, cause it can be hard to know what's going on. Let's just check and see what these kids are doing. Ouch, it's cold out there in Mother Russia or wherever this is shot. This guy is like, oh, I love that girl from across the bench. Look at how long her straight hair is. Look at both of those holes in the knees of her skinny jeans. I love that about her. And the guy's like, okay, cool, let me get you back into your wheelchair and we'll get you over there to say hi. The girl instantly is like, oh, wheelchair? I like your friend better, sorry. That in itself is like not a great reaction, obviously. You've got some maturing to do there, honey. But the friend who was up until this point super supportive, wheeling him through the leaves, he's like, okay, call you, bye. This doesn't reflect well on anybody. This just makes everyone look confused. I hope there's a resolution. Let's keep watching. Aww. He got a therapist. Well, he found some guy at the park to talk to. You know when you're feeling sad, so you wheel yourself into the middle of a pile of leaves and knock yourself over? That's not, what? And then he goes and tells the whole story again to his friend, who's like, oh, rough. Good thing we have each other now. Also, I looked into it. This kid is not actually in a wheelchair, so to underscore this whole thing, I feel like they just had access to a wheelchair and were like, how do we work this into a forced moral narrative? How about, you know how everyone hates people in wheelchairs? Let's play that up. Again, I think it's great that all kids can now make movies and like little short stories this freely. I would go crazy for this when I was their age. I made little movies all the time, I just had nowhere to upload them. So I'm not like judging them for not having perfectly thought out narratives, okay? I'm just giving some commentary because it's fun, okay? They put it online, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Sometimes TikToks are not trying to focus on the negative part of life, they're just celebrating the joyful, parkour-inspired romantic gestures that the preteen boys in your life do every day. Okay, quick thing, boys of TikTok. If you're snatching something out of my hand or pushing my face, that's not romantic. There's nothing cool about grabbing things out of a girl's hand. And if you turn my iPhone into a flower with no stem, I'm gonna be pissed. Look it, the blonde girl is like, okay, thank you. Can I have my phone back? I was calling 911 because there were two gray sweatshirted freaks in the park. Another way to demonstrate when there's friction between two male characters in TikTok is they'll do that thing that lions do in The Lion King when they're fighting. They're like, oh. You put your two faces together in like a really domineering way to show like, ooh, this is a challenge. Oh, he did the who's there prank. He's like, who's there? Oh, coming around the side. Look at that tendril of bang that swoops in with him. First of all, can't this young lady hang out with whoever she wants? Why are men fighting? If she's sitting there with that guy's arm around her, she's fine. Like, come on. Maybe if they all were not hanging out at this observatory all day. I do, however, wish I could see some more teenagers doing this. Wow, hands-free combat where you just push someone away with your head and stare them down simultaneously. That's a power move. But in any case, I'm glad someone else is getting involved here with their forehead because this is an aggressive fight. That girl's like in her pajamas on the street. Stop pushing each other, jeez. But as you're about to see, not every aggressive girl is doing it because she's like angry. Sometimes they're just turning the pain in on themselves. Oh, sisterhood. See, the girl was about to be like, hey, you're gonna bump into me, punk, walking through the Santa's village. She's like, this is some of the best TikTok acting. Like, real actresses brush their hair behind their head and cry like that. See, that's Kirsten Dunst. You feel it. Meanwhile, the guy in the background is not keeping up with the acting. Look at him. Someone said, you're in the background, so make sure you go big with this. You gotta really show that you're the emoji with 3 circles for a face. I would be confused. I'd be like, babe, you don't know her. Why is that aggressive woman someone you want to follow back and hug? We're trying to see Santa in 2 minutes. These 2 women should be setting an example for the rest of the TikTok girls. They're not always so friendly with one another. I can't believe these 2 girls would do something that's so sickening. Watch this. That was confusing because there's some sleight of hand work happening. The main thing you need to know is that those girls are hiding their sweet treats. They're like, we're gonna eat this chocolate and not tell Tracksuit Girl. Tracksuit Girl comes over and is like, hey guys, I got chocolate to shove right in your mouth. And they're like, thank you. Hands it back to them. She's like, thanks a lot. she starts to do the slow clap. See that? I got track practice in an hour. Guess I won't share my melted chocolate bars with you. Whatever. What do you guys think of TikTok? Do you use this app? Do your kids use this app? I want to hear where I should look to find more things that I might like. Should I get a TikTok app? And if so, will you follow me on there? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to see even more TikTok in-depth explorations, just let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Oh, and most importantly, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button. It looks like that right over there. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload 2 new ones every week, so turn on notifications to join the Nick D crew. That way you'll get updates every time I upload new videos. Thank you guys. You are the greatest. Thank you for getting into TikTok, the world's greatest app, with me today. I will see you next time.